Dan the Natural Man Show. Hey everyone, it's a wonderful Monday morning. And it looks like it's going to be a nice clear day where I am at. I hope it's going to be a nice day in your neighborhood as well. Today I want to talk about the prostate, specifically the enlarged prostate. As a natural healer and somebody who has some prostate issues as a genetic weakness, I have studied a lot about how to keep the prostate healthy through natural remedies because the alternatives from the doctors are no bueno, especially the cutting, all that, So, here are some tried and true methods that I want to reiterate, that may or may not work for you. Nothing's a sure thing, unfortunately. If I knew of a sure thing for this, I would definitely let you know. But here are some things that have helped many men get over enlarged prostate problems that can cause to low urine output, slow urine, dribble, all those things. Waking up in the night, all those things that come with an enlarged prostate. So of course, the first one on the list is I always advise everyone to make sure that their bowels are moving at least twice a day. I like to see 3 times a day. And one of the easiest ways to do this is to eat a more plant-based diet. Now I know I don't tell everybody to go completely plant-based because a lot of people just aren't willing to do it. So what I recommend, if you don't want to go completely plant-based, go at least 80% plants. 80% of your diet comes from fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, and whole grains. And the other 20% can come from whatever you want. I mean, if you like your chicken, your fish, some dairy, whatever. But dairy though is a big one. Dairy has been linked to prostate problems. So if you have any prostate problems, you're trying to get rid of them, I recommend ditching the dairy. I mean, in this day and age, it's easy to do anyway. We have a lot of plant-based alternative milks out there. So 80% plants, and the other 20%, whatever meats you like. But I recommend if you really have a lot of trouble for the time being, try 100% plants. So the first herb we're going to talk about, saw palmetto. I know you've heard of saw palmetto because it works really well for a lot of guys. Saw palmetto has been pitted against some of the BPH drugs out there, and the saw palmetto works just as well, and it outperforms some other brands of these drugs. So saw palmetto is a definite herb you should try. Now, when we're talking about natural remedies and herbs for this, we want to try the herb for at least a few months to see how it works. Another herb for this will be your stinging nettle. And you can combine these. You can take your saw palmetto and your stinging nettle together. And another great herb is the pygeum. So you can take it with the other two. So you can take saw palmetto, stinging nettle, or pygeum. If you want to try them, the herbs by themselves to see which one works by itself, by all means try the saw palmetto by itself for a few weeks or a few months. Or if you want to try the stinging nettle by itself for a few months. Whichever way you want to do it. I like to combine things. I believe in the synergy of the herbs combining the synergistic effect. But a lot of guys have had results just taking the saw palmetto or the pygeum or the stinging nettle. Okay, so another remedy, guys, a lot of guys have had success with is apple cider vinegar. I don't know how it works for the prostate, but a lot of guys have problems with their BPH and urination, and apple cider vinegar has drastically helped them. And there's different amounts people have taken. A good amount is 1 tablespoon 3 times a day. Other people have got results with taking just 2 teaspoons a day. Just try. I wouldn't go over 3 tablespoons a day though. Another remedy is your blackstrap molasses. A lot of guys have had amazing results with blackstrap molasses. And you can combine the blackstrap with the apple cider vinegar, or you can use the blackstrap on its own. But a lot of guys have used it. Use 1 to 3 tablespoons per day. And some guys do it, take it 5 times a week and take the weekend off. Some guys do it every other day. You just have to play with it and see what works for you. But with the blackstrap molasses, you want to make sure it's unprocessed. It hasn't been filtered or anything, because what you're looking for is pure blackstrap molasses. And they call it blackstrap because it's going to be really, really black and really, really thick. That's when you know that it's pure. It's going to be thick and black. A lot of your grocery stores, Publix might have a organic blackstrap molasses. There's some little quick rip grocery stores in my area, like Save a Lot. They have some good blackstraps sometimes from around the area. Farmers send theirs in. If you can't find it locally, you can definitely order it from Amazon. Organic, unfiltered blackstrap molasses. Another remedy that a lot of guys have had results with is cayenne pepper. If you watch me for a while, I'll tell you cayenne pepper can unclog all blockages. And there's guys that have had trouble with the slow urine, and they take cayenne and they say they pee like they're 30 years old again. I recommend cayenne pepper, period, because it keeps your cardiovascular system healthy, and it unblocks blockages anywhere in the body, including in the prostate. I recommend taking cayenne pepper as a preventative every single day. You can eat them in your food, you can take them as a tincture, you can take them as a capsule. However, whatever way you want to get it. Another remedy is your pumpkin seeds. They're really good for the prostate because they contain zinc, and the prostate has to have zinc to thrive. And last but not least, one reason guys develop prostate problems is because they actually have an underlying infection in the prostate. I work with guys that have infections in the prostate, and we're able to get them out using herbs like garlic, oregano oil, very potent cranberry extracts, like you can take the capsules or tinctures, or get a very potent cranberry juice as unfiltered and not sweetened. That can help with infection. And there's a product called D-mannose. It's on the market, D-mannose, that also helps get rid of infection. So if you try a lot of these other things I talked about and it's not helping, you might have an infection that you can try to get out with the cranberry, the mannose, the garlic, the oregano oil. You can also soak your prostate in water that is that contains food grade hydrogen peroxide. You put it in a bucket. A sitz bath is great. A sitz bath is basically a tub that you can just sit your lower half in, and you can put cool water in there. You can add these herbs, or some of these herbs. Well, you can add the food grade 35% hydrogen peroxide that can help clear the infection. Some of the herbs I wouldn't put in the water because it might burn you. So just use the food grade hydrogen peroxide, 35%. Soak in it. Make sure that your your balls and everything are under the water. Make sure that all of it's underwater. Okay. So I hope these tips have been helpful. If you like it, share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.